Welcome back to the Cap Rack. It is Wednesday, December 23rd. We have a big college basketball slate. I said yesterday was the biggest since probably about Saturday. Today's the biggest since yesterday.
Oh, it just got bigger.
It got bigger. What do we have? We have 7 picks today on 6 games.
A lot of action today.
Starting
a lot
at
of
what?
high confidence action.
Yeah, lots of high confidence action. I think the first game starts at 2 p.m. The last game kicks off at 10 p.m. Well, tips off. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's start with NJIT Rider at 2 p.m. It is a pick'em spread set at or total set at 138, and the model is projecting a 70-61 Rider win over NJIT. Riders in the MAC, NJIT. I'm not sure of the conference exactly, but this is an NJ school matchup. We like Rider to win and cover by 9-point edge, given that it's a pick'em, and then we also like 131 points on the total, so about a 7-ish point edge. What do you think here?
Well, neither team has been too explosive so far to start the season. And I definitely like Ryder. They played 6 games. NJIT's 1.
Yep.
So I think they just said they're, a more cohesive unit and
Mm-hmm.
really shouldn't have a problem with
I mean, look,
NJIT.
Rider is projected to be kind of towards the top of the MAC this year. They're always a solid program. I saw them play a
Oh, yeah.
fair bit while I was at Monmouth, but like they should get this game done. I mean, NJIT has had their basketball success in the past couple of years. I think they had a really big win like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember who it was.
It was a Power 5 team,
Mhm.
definitely. Like, I want to say Kentucky for some reason, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
Regardless. We have a pick on Rider for this one and then a pick on the under. Pretty good edge both ways. But, I mean, there's that. And then at 3 p.m., we have Ohio State hosting Rutgers.
this is gonna be an awesome game.
That's going to be such a good game. The model likes Ohio State to win 73-66, so 138 points on the total, 139. So the spread is at 2. The total's at 141 for this one, and the model likes Ohio State to cover. Nothing really on the total just because it's like a 3-point, 2-point difference between our prediction and Vegas. But, yeah, Ohio State -2. What's your analysis of this guy?
Yeah, so Rutgers has been super impressive this year.
Yeah.
They're 6, haven't lost yet to Ohio State. 6-1. The only loss is at Purdue.
Yep.
But the Big Ten's gonna be super competitive all year. So you're gonna see these the big teams, Big Ten, like kind of just trading losses. Like, oh, Ohio State, they're gonna lose to Purdue, beat Rutgers. Rutgers gonna beat Illinois. It's gonna be like a circle of everyone like losing to each other because it's a bunch of just loaded teams in this conference, Rutgers included. And I think just being at home, despite not having a crowd, there's still like a level of comfortability like at being at home. So, I think Rutgers a little bit of an edge here. So, 2 explosive teams, 2 solid defensive teams. So it should be a hell of a matchup.
100%. Okay, so that one is at 3 p.m. That's Big Ten basketball. We have more Big Ten basketball coming later in the show as kind of conference schedules start to heat up around the country. Probably the best time for college basketball betting. Packed slates every day with good games is exactly what we like to see. But as for our next game, we have Providence against Butler at 6 p.m. Our model projects a 74-67 Butler win. That's about 141 points on the total. Vegas set the line at 2.5 in favor of Providence and the total at 138. Given that the model projects an outright Butler win, I would say take the points. Possibly the money line here. Providence and Butler have kind of been like very similar programs, a little bit above average, I guess. Power 5, maybe drop them down to a little bit average. I don't know. Regardless. Butler's home court advantage is good. It's like that field house is. I don't know if they're having fans or not necessarily. I forget. I looked it up when I ran the model. I don't know offhand right now, but yeah, that field house is electric.
Yeah, and it's the Big East. You can kind of say the same thing about the Big East that you can with the Big Ten. Just a lot of good teams that are going to beat up on each other. And gotta love the home dogs. They're better offensively, so maybe they can Crowder not just get a little bit of a roll going at some point and winning this game.
Yeah,
I don't see Butler dropping a 1-4 on the season this early.
no, they shouldn't. They're a good program.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's giving us around, what, 9 points of edge there on that Butler as a home dog. Then we have Villanova versus Marquette at 7 p.m. Vegas has the total at Villanova -4.5, total set at 143. A little surprising, but not surprising because Villanova is not the team that they've been in years past in terms of talent. I mean, they're still really solid. They're ranked at this point, but you're giving us 4.5 points with Marquette, and the model is showing us a 75-65 Marquette home win. I don't know if the margin of victory is going to be that big necessarily because Villanova is a good squad and Jay Wright coaches extremely well, but the model is leaning in favor of Marquette here. I don't know what you think about this one.
Yeah, Marquette's one of those very streaky teams, and I feel like they
Yeah,
always are. Like they'll, one day they'll go out there, shoot 25%, give you 50 points, and lose by 30 to the bottom team in the Big East. But then they'll go out the next day and smack around Villanova. Like
exactly.
I've seen it all the time, and they'll always give Villanova a good contest. It's very what am I looking for here? They have the potential to be a high caliber offense.
Yeah, I
No,
mean you're gonna have to look pretty hard to find a game where I'm gonna take a 4.5 point favorite on the road in the Big East or the Big Ten.
yeah,
I mean, the only teams I'd really consider taking them, I mean, be comfortable taking on is probably the top 1 through 3 teams in the Big East against maybe the bottom 3, and that's it.
yeah. That's
Aside from that,
and even that, like I have to
exactly.
really think about it.
Yeah, because who's the bottom of the Big East? I mean, is it even DePaul? Like,
Yeah, maybe that's a fall,
who
but
knows?
even that, like, they'll still fight.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they're a good program. I mean, it's good basketball pretty much all around the country across the Power Five. Okay, so that does it. Marquette +4.5. Next game, going back to the Big Ten, we have Northwestern visiting Indiana. That's at 8:30. Um, I lost this game on my sheet right here. I'm not. Oh, there it is. 8.5 points on the spread from Vegas. Indiana favored at home. 138.5 on the total. Our model is projecting a 70-69 Indiana home win, giving us nearly 10 points of value here on Northwestern on the spread. It's also projecting a very, very slight over 139 points, so about a half point of edge, so no play there. But yeah, Sam, back to Big Ten basketball. Northwestern's a pretty good program. I mean, I'm very happy the model spat this one out this morning.
yeah, Northwestern can light up the scoreboard.
Yeah,
I mean, they're averaging 90 points a game this season. They've put up 100 on 2 different occasions. Granted, they're not against the best competition, but also look at their most recent game
mm-hmm.
where they kind of smacked around a very good Michigan State team. So, granted, they are going on the road to Indiana today. So I don't see, a 15-point win from them today, but they're gonna be in this game, and they're a team that if you see this game, when you see they're down 15, early second half, they're done. That's not the case. This team has that that spurt ability. I think I've heard a million times on ESPN, but whatever. This team can score quickly. They shoot 44% from the 3-point line, and they can score. That's about it. That's their thing. So
I mean, look, I'm willing to take 8.5 points on a team that can just absolutely fire the ball in the basketball hoop.
yeah, 8.5
Trace Jackson
points.
Davis has been unbelievable for Indiana this year. So that is something to worry about. But for Northwestern, Chase Audige and Boo Buie, which is probably one of my favorite names in
Oh
basketball.
yeah.
Um, it's up there with like the Bulls of the world and
Oh
Kofi
yeah.
Coburns. But okay, let's move on. Northwestern +8.5 is that pick today. Then we have at 10 p.m. New Mexico visiting Boise State. It's a 12.5 point spread, but we're not going to touch that today. Our play is going to be on the total. It's set at 140.5. Our projection is saying a 69-63 Boise State win. So giving us roughly 9-10 points here on the total. And 140.5 is kind of right in the sweet spot of where we hammer home our picks here with the model. I mean, 140.5 to 150, 140.5 to 145.5, that kind of range, and especially smacking the under is very profitable from the model so far. Sam, while you kind of run down this game, I'm going to get ready to give an update on the model as a whole.
Yeah, so Boise State is a pretty solid defensive team. They're not going to let up a bunch of easy shots, and at the same time, New Mexico is not exactly a high power team. They're not going to really score on you that easily. So
Yeah.
this combination of those two things, total of 140. That's just a little too high for me. See this game not getting out of the 60s. Maybe Boise State might creep into the 70s, but no, I think it still should stay under that set 140 total.
It should. I mean, yesterday we got screwed on a 126 total in the what game was that?
That was St. Mary's, San Diego State. Yeah,
There
it
you
was
go.
like
We had a 126 total. All you just needed to do is send it over, and it ended at 123.
It's at 123 now. They're at like 105 with like 8 minutes left or something.
Insanity. Okay. So that's it. 7 picks today across 6 games?
7 picks.
7. Starting at 2 p.m., we have, all those picks for you. And going to piggyback off of yesterday. We went, 3, 2, and 1. We won
4 and 2 for some.
Yeah, we won all the spread games. We lost it. Oh, yeah, true. Forgot about that. Because the Oklahoma game, we're counting it as a push because we kind of discussed it on the podcast as a 2-point Oklahoma dog. And then the line kind of as the day went on pushed up to like 2.5 and then to 3.
It's probably about 130. I put it in. It was 3.
Yeah. So hey, look, some of you guys went 4 and 2. If you tailed all the picks, some went 3, 2, and 1. Regardless, it's profitable. We're gonna take it. 3 and 2 is a 60% day. You go 3 and 2 every single day, you're gonna make a good amount of money doing this. So, So as for myself and Sam Meehan, this has been Wednesday's December 23rd episode of the Cap Rack. You can follow Caps on Sports on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Caps on Sports. Check out our website at capsonsports.com. Pretty much it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, talk to us, interact with us. We want to help you guys. We want to answer your questions. And, we'll see you either tomorrow or Friday for more college basketball. There's more NBA today. Get your picks in. Check for pick blogs up on the website. But, pretty much it for the rambling outro of the day. Good luck on your picks today. And if we are not back tomorrow, Merry Christmas.